Hello YouTube, this is AkumaZombie125. This is my YouTube channel, which is an expansion from Dual Support Club on DeviantaArt. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this YouTube account to help out duelists who are just starting off. I may post videos about basic rules and strategy and stuff like that, but mostly what I'm going to do is show deck profiles and top 5 videos on like cards, on different types of cards really. So I'm going to show deck profiles, rule videos, strategies, and stuff like that really. And I'm also aiming to help anyone who just wants who needs a little push just to get their strategy, right really. So to start off with, I'm going to show you a deck profile. This is the deck I'm currently running at the moment. There's only one card that I'm proxying, but I'm getting it for Christmas, so yeah, so that should be it. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a whole lot of badges there. Just wanted to show them off. Just gonna die out of the way. And I'm running Blackwings. Blackwings is a very consistent deck at the moment. Even though it was hit by the ban list, it still maintains its authority in the TCG. Well, especially in European TCG, because there are other decks in America that exist that we can't play here because of recent ruling on Shonen Jump magazine. So Infinities are dead. I loved Infinities when they were playable here. Hope they re-release 100 Eyes soon. So now I'm just going to get on the deck. I'm going to explain on the way some cards and why I've chosen them. First card is Dark Arm Dragon. Pretty standard choice for the deck, to be honest. Not much thought behind it. It's dark support really, and basically if you get this out, you're basically set to win, to be honest, because there's not much the opponent can do. Next card is Spirit Reaper. This choice was inspired by Pheno Black. I don't know how to annotate yet, so I won't be I don't have an annotation or something, but if you go on www.pojo, which is pojo.com, you should be able to find a link to him. He's just basically like a master Blackwing building, so inspired choice. It does work, this card. It is a really good choice, so kudos. Next up are the Blackwings. We've got 3 Soroka the Dawn. Just standard choice really. Very powerful effect. Can pump up the board for massive piercing damage, and its Cyber Dragon-esque effect really helps out. 3 Sword of Blue Flame. I'm looking for a 3rd super rare one, but this is a really good card. It's the key to the deck, and yeah, it's a really good card to play with Kalu combos brilliantly with it. 3 Ball of the Spear. I'm looking for 2 more dual terminals of it. Basically a very good support card for the deck. Piercing, really good effect, special summons. 3 Kaloop, the backbone to the deck. Basically honest in Blackwings. I'm surprised Kaloop weren't hit by the ban list, because they're just so advantage gaining. I think they might get hit because, with Shura they just run riot. Gale, first tuner. Obviously choice, staple. Halving effect, special summon effect, and it's an easy level 7. Blizzard, kind of like Blackwings, Black Salvo really, and Junk Synchron and all that stuff. It's really good effect, just instantly gets your level 6 out, or maybe higher if you've got the right level monster out. But it's a really good option, and it's staple in Blackwings. 3 is too much. I don't know why people run free. It's just way too much, you draw it too much, and it just clogs you up. And lastly, one Value the Emblem Honor. It's Ultimate Rare First Edition, quite nice. It's just one of the many Blackwing parts of the deck. I like it at 1. It's alright. I've not really played it. I've only played 2 matches with this deck at the moment. So yeah, it's it's a good card. It helps swarm and all that. So that was, I think that was 18 monsters. Yeah, 18 monsters, and we've got the spell trap. We've got the spell and trap line up next. So it's going to be 22 spell and traps. Onto the spells, we've got 11 spells. So let's move on with that. One Law of Darkness, basic draw engine for any dark deck. To be honest, all the monsters in the deck are dark, so you're never gonna worry about drawing a monster that's not dark. The only problem is you're gonna worry about drawing tons of spell and traps with it and not have a dark monster to remove. So it's the only downside, but still, it's a really good card. Next up, Black Whirlwind, Super Rare Turbo Pack version. You still need it. Obviously, it's Black Whirlwind. It got limited for a reason, It's a brilliant Blackwing support card. Just basically searches for your deck, fins it, and adds the monsters you need. Free Book of Moon. Basically, Book of Moon has become a staple in any deck now. It's just stop synchros. It is a side out choice against deck that don't really synchro summon, but it is still an amazing card. And against the deck that does synchro summon, it wrecks it, because just basically flips a tuner or non-tuner down, and they can't do anything with it now. So moving on, we've got 2 cards of Black Feathers. I don't know if I haven't mentioned this, but I am a real budget duelist. I can't afford Pot of Dualities. If I had, I'd have a full play set by now, or I was lucky enough. But I like to think that I can make do without Pot of Dualities and still build extremely competitive decks with them. Cards of Black Feathers, it's a nice draw engine in the deck. You're probably always gonna have targets unless you get clumped with the 2 monsters that are not actually Blackwings, and that's highly unlikely. So it's a viable draw engine for the deck, helps speed it up, gets cards to your hand. But Pot of Duality, I'd knock down 1 card of Black Feathers for 1 Pot of Duality. I'll show you 1 card I might take out for a 2nd Pot of Duality next soon. Dark Hole, I'm looking for the nice original Super Rare version, or any Super Rare version, anything higher than common. It's just pretty staple at the moment. Ever since it was brought back, it's just like any card, it's become a staple. So yeah, very good card. Monster Reborn next. Original LB Ultra, very nice. Staple. That's that's all you need to know really. Any deck can use Monster Reborn, even and as a result, you can use extra deck because of Monster Reborn. So this is something like I'll explain it later. And lastly, for the spells, we've got 2 MSTs. One's Hobby League Parallel, and the other is Gold Series Gold. Basic Spell and Trap. I might knock out one of these for a 2nd Pot of Duality if I ever get one, but I think Pot of Duality might get limited, so I'm not holding out much hope. But basic Spell and Trap removal, and it's a good strategy card for people who know you're playing Blackwings and you don't want to. It just basically shuts them off really. If they underflow the field, like. Okay, onto the traps. We've got 11 traps. Blackwings used to have a very trap heavy lineup, but it's good to have a balance of spell and traps really. But you know, people usually choose to majority the spells to traps because they can be quicker and they don't fall to roll decree decks that are floating about now. A lot of decks go roll decree. It just it is pretty chaotic with them. First up, we've got 2 bottomless. You know, it's just basic removal. I best hurry this along. I've only got about 5 minutes left. So moving on, we've got 3 Icarus attack, star card of the deck. It's one of the star cards of the deck. Just basically wipes out threats, and it's good to combo with Blizzard because you can just pop off a monster and then just bring it back next turn. Mirror Force, staple card. Some decks don't run Mirror Force anymore, but it definitely needed, and it's good for any beginner now because it's been re-released in Structure Deck Marek. So you know, if you're a beginner, get Structure Deck Marek. It's got so many good cards that basic duelists can use to good effect. It's basically the perfect starter deck, to be honest, for any duelist. Royal Oppression, still staple in Blackwings. Just cancels out special summons. 7 tools, nice option. Can be sided out against the less trap heavy users, but you know, it's a good card. Solemn Judgment, yeah, staple. Really, some people take it out, but I still it's definitely needed. 1 Solemn Warning. I can't afford a second. If I could, I would, but I just can't. I still like it at 1, so you know, it's not bad. Yeah, you know, it's not bad at 1. It's still consistent in the deck. It's very consistent, this deck. And lastly, for the deck, it's Torrential Tribute, staple destruction. Original LON. Ultra, so a bit damaged in the corner. Next on to the extra deck, we've got 1 Chimera Tech. Good against Machiners. Magical Android, level 5, kind of staple in the deck. Catastor, really good combos with Shora and Bayou, especially if you're against a non-dark unit users like Light Swarms and stuff like that. It just runs riot. Bryanak, one of the first choices with Blizzard, really. It's just so good. Go-Yo, you know, it's really good. Well, it's been a staple ever since it was released. 2 Armwing, some people knocked down to 1, but I still like 2. You know, it's a really offensive and piercing card in the deck, and you can obviously value with it. 1 Black Rose, destruction. Armor Master, another target for value, so really good there. Fort Ruler, nice card. Here's a card that I'm getting for Christmas. It's Scrap Dragon. I know it's kind of ridiculous. I don't already have one, but I've just not been able to get it really. Just, you know, schoolwork and all that bit, you know. But I'm definitely getting it for Christmas, so I'm gonna have this unproxied by December. Gotta hurry this along. Colossal Fighter, staple really in most extra decks. 2 Stardust. I might take out 1 for Red Dragon Archfiend or something, but you know, it's just protection. And lastly, we've got Silverwind the Ascendant, first edition Ultimate. Nice. Another target for value, and you can pull it off if you got if you actually summon a Kalu, and then special summon 1 back with Blizzard. But it's a good beat stick. Onto the side deck, we've got 2 Cyber Dragons. Gets over consecrated, bottomless. You know, it counters Machiners with all that and everything. DD Crow, quick draws, just fall to them. Legendary Jiu-Jitsu, a must against Gladiators. The highest attack monster that isn't fusion is Lakari, and you know how it goes. But tied for that, Jiu-Jitsu just bounces it back. System down, machines. Super Poly, I combo this with Dragonite Draco Keats. I've really got to hurry this along. Basically, I'd side out Chimera Tech and put this in, and then Super Poly because it's just instead of really. Chivalry, Gladiators, Delta Crow, more back heavy setters. Garms equal X-Sabers. Light Imprisoning light decks like Held and Light Swans. Mind Crush and Trapdoor Shoot combo. I'll explain it in a later video, but I've really got to hurry this along. I've only got 20 seconds left. Pulling the Rug, basically salvos and all that. And lastly, Starlight Road. start with for the moment match. So that's a deck. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll get back to you again with another deck profile or maybe a duel or something. Okay, peace.